What else we got, Eld?
Hi, Stavi, esteemed guest, eldest. So I kind of have a weird, not weird, regardless, I have PTSD from something that happened with my dog. Blurt this out if you need to, but basically my dog jumped off the roof of my apartment building and died in front of a bunch of kids. This happened 2 years ago.
Holy shit.
So my problem is that I have a considerable amount of PTSD.
What?
From
So do the children.
issues when
Can you? What?
That's fucking crazy.
Yo, what was that dog going through, bro?
He had just saw Air Bud.
Yeah.
I can do this.
His dog. Yo, his dog wife opened a boutique store.
Yeah.
I can't take this shit no more, man.
The fucking Shih Tzu his dog was married to tried to go into a bespoke milk bone business.
Yeah.
Oh,
Selling
and he-
artisanal foods. Don't nobody want that farm to table bullshit.
Holy fuck. Sorry, man. You have PTSD, but you can't. In front of the kids.
Oh my God. Of the apartment building. What you doing with your dog on the
Playing
roof?
hopscotch on a fucking golden retriever splatters next to you, dude.
Let's hear that last.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
That's insane.
I'm sorry, man. You can't expect us to just kind of
Dog.
let that go. You knew the show you called into. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
man.
crazy.
That's insane.
You had a fucking Australian Shepherd just.
Oh, no. All right, okay. We got out of our system.
Oh, please.
Okay, so the dog jumped. That's fucked up. All right, okay. And now, and you are understandably
upset.
Wow. I mean, this show, again, this is also the wrong show to call about animal empathy. Because if this happened to me, anyway, you know what? Let's not go go down this path. Keep going, Eldest.
So my problem is that I have a considerable amount of PTSD from this, and it leads to issues when I'm dating people because
you can't take them to rooftop bars. No dog parks, no rooftops.
Still thinking about my dog.
Can't watch Marley and Me. Sorry, dude.
Dating people because I like Twitch, and like sometimes the Twitch is accompanied with a scream. It mostly happens at night when I think about it. So if I sleep over with someone, they're gonna feel a six man, twitching, and they might hear a little bit of a scream.
So there's like a Tourette's thing.
Quite a bit.
It's like a neurological thing. I mean, that's interesting. Is it tied? Did that happen before? Or did he explain?
It sounds like this is pretty onset because of the fucking
it's really PTSD,
Holy
and it
shit.
sounds like he's having dreams about it.
That's
and then
crazy.
Verbalizing it in his sleep.
Fuck, dude, that sucks. All right, keep going.
And I like this one guy quite a bit. Kind of scared him off, or like self-fulfilling prophecy stuff. Regardless, he kept pushing to ask about what happened, because I told him why I have PTSD, and I told him, and he kind of, people look at you weird, or they look like scared for you. They don't know how to react when you tell them something like that happened.
Yeah.
How do I go about telling people about this? When should I tell people about this?
Okay. I actually do have advice here.
Even though the details, because then they get curious and it gets even more weird. I don't know how to approach this.
No.
I thought maybe it would go away after time, but the images are seared into my brain. It's not going away. And now I'm having to deal with this.
Have you been going to therapy?
Yeah, any advice would be appreciated.
He's got to do like EDMR therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is horrible. Look, and again, I'm sorry. You called into this show.
We're comics.
Sorry.
Yes.
But now we've gotten out of our system truly, and I even feel bad now. And I will say, you did go through something horrible, but also I know people who have like personally been abused in very bad ways that have worked a lot in therapy and I know this is like it can be worse for other people. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is people have dealt with things like this, right? Like it feels hopeless now. I get it and I think it probably feels a little hopeless because you haven't had a clear way to communicate what's bothering you in these situations. Because I think I think not sharing the details, it sort of builds up this air of mystery or this air of like and wondering what's going on. And I think that I don't think that helps. I think if I were in your position, what I would do is you don't start with it, right? This is not first or second date conversation.
By the way.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But as you get serious with someone, and definitely before you sleep over, like when it gets to the point where you think I might sleep over at somebody's house, that's when you bring it up, in my opinion, and you say, hey, look, all right. I mean, I guess, but he says it happens sometimes just out and about. So maybe you do bring it up. I think the first time like a tic occurs or whatever, you bring it up and you say, hey, look, I have a little PTSD. And what you say, you don't say like, you don't need to say the kids thing. I don't think. I think you say it was a freak accident. My dog, who I loved a lot, fell off a roof. Yeah. I had to watch my dog. My dog died in this like traumatic way, and the images are just in my head. Yeah. And I have it has led to this like onset tic that's like PTSD tic that I'm working through, right? And that's what you say. And I think when you just take it head on, because basically what we're saying is you have you developed a disability later in life, right? Legit. And you should not be ashamed of, like, if somebody just has Tourette's, they don't, you know what I mean? Like certain people have Tourette's because of a neurological condition. You had you developed a specific tic because of a traumatic experience. Yeah. And if you just communicate that, and also I would say, good look, and I know it's not the same, but as someone with sleep apnea, when I first, and I know it seems like a very weird connection, but give me a second. When I first got it, I was ashamed of sleeping over with or I was ashamed to show somebody. I was very self-conscious about putting the Bane mask on.
Top Gun Maverick suit you gotta throw on.
Dude. I've somehow tricked to convince the beautiful woman to have sex with me. Yeah. And she's already like, wow, I fucked a really fat guy. And then I'm like, all right, good night. You know what I mean? Right, like that's tough. Yeah. And by the way, that was all in my head. Right? Yeah, right. The women that have slept with me and not only slept with me, but like want to sleep over. Yeah. They like you, right?
They like you. They fuck with you.
And I think, and by the way, I'm lucky because let's just say no one was shocked when I pulled out the sleep apnea mask. No one was like, what? You
can't breathe in your sleep? What's going on?
In fact, let's just say I found out very quickly many of these women might have had fat fathers when they didn't even blink when I pulled it out. They're like, oh, my dad has that. It's like, I see why you're here.
Y'all are already doing mouth to mouth when you're fucking and stuff. So it's like, fuck it. Yeah, like that's what it is.
And so I will say I, for a really long time, was ashamed and avoided it. But I straight up, now I don't even think about it, whatever. Yeah. But at the time I would be like, hey, just so you know, like I have a sleep app, whatever. Yeah. But in your case, I think you have shame around, look, you're dealing with enough with the PTSD, right? Yeah. You need to deal with that.
I think that's the main problem, is like just going to the therapy to actually like not get over, but like process the trauma
and be able to,
because because you're harboring that, which comes out some type of way. And you're also self-conscious about like how people will perceive the story, how people perceive your tic. Right. So, but if you actually address the problem and not the symptom, then you will get rid of all of that.
Exactly. You have developed shame of your symptoms.
Yes.
And you shouldn't do that. The symptom is the thing you need to deal with, not worrying about how people are going to perceive it. Right. So you have to just be, and I know it's hard, but you need to you have to state this plainly. This is not, like if you like had let's say you broke your foot in a trampoline, right? And you were limping, right? Yes. You didn't recover. Somebody doesn't recover like Jourdain, right? Like, or if someone's like, hey, let's go on a like another thing. I'll use myself as an example, right? right now with my back being fucked up as shit, I used to love going on like a nice walk. I love the long ass walk, as fat as shit, trying to get into better shape. Long walks up and down the river, going on little hikes. I used to love doing shit like that. Now, if somebody was like, hey, let's go on, like if my buddies who we used to do these walks with was like, hey, I could just be like, look, I fucked my back. Like it's a little embarrassing, but I fucked my back up trying to deadlift. I don't know, whatever. And I can't do it right now. Can we do something more low key? And you shouldn't be ashamed of the people, and you're talking about people you really like. You should, if you're gonna date someone, they're gonna have to accept you. And I think part of the problem that I'm hearing is you haven't even accepted this about yourself. You're not living in the reality of, look, dude, it sucks. You're a person who has to deal with this.
I think you're dealing with some form of survivor's remorse too with the dog.
Oh, that's possible too. Yeah, I mean, so a bunch of shit is wrapped up in this.
I think he's not addressing like the potential guilt aspect that's there.
Right, that's a great point.
So,
that's a great point.
And I think he's like, there's a shame element of telling the story, because like he's talking about, when do I bring up the story? And it's like, well, if you're dealing with the tics and all that kind of stuff, the story doesn't become as shameful with the time and the processing of the trauma as you go along.
That's a great point.
Because if you actually go to therapy and talk about this issue, like, hey, like this is how I feel about that thing that happened. Here's how I feel, any type of way about like why it happened and what I'm dealing with. And like you start to actually like have some type of closure with that. Then you're not going to have the tic that you have to explain and bring up the story, which is igniting all those feelings.
And look, who knows? We don't fucking know if the tic's here forever.
Right, yeah.
But I do think you're dead on about the shame and the remorse. It's like you have to free yourself of this shame in all sense. Like this is something that happened. When you tell the story, maybe that's a great point. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to tell the story.
Exactly.
But look, tell the story in the plainest terms, which is a freak accident occurred where your dog fell off a fucking roof. People, look, it happens.
The dog made some bad moves on Poly Market.
A big fucking problem happened. And like, it was nobody's fault. Shit like this happens. It sucks. And you're dealing with it in a way that it manifests itself this way. It's matter of fact. It's the same way I'm like, and I get it, dude. It sucks. Because I fought this with my back injury too. I'll be like, once I fuck my back up, my life is just different now. I'm gonna go to doctors. I'm gonna try and figure it out. But like, like when I just got cortisone shots because I was filming. I was on tour and I was filming Tires, and I was filming the special. And when those run out, my back really fucking hurts. And that's not a long-term solution. I know right now, I'm only even able to be in this semi-diminished state where I can still walk around because of medicine that I can't depend on. And so I know that my life is just different from now on, and I have to go to I have to do I'm back in PT. PT is going to be a part of my life for a really long time, the way therapy is going to be a part of your life for a really long time. And that sucks. And it took me a long while to accept it, but it's like, once I did, it's freeing, because it's like now you're like, oh, I get it, dude. Like, I know and I bet you should. There's people who have experienced what you're experiencing, and they have gotten over it. And that's the way I looked at it. I was like, how many people did I know growing up with a bad back that I never understood what they were going through? But you know what? They made it through. And I'll figure it out, and it will be a little different for me, and it will be harder, and that sucks. But okay, who gives a fuck? I can, and that's how you need to. That's how you need to do it. Don't be in denial about it. Don't feel shame. Again, it's not the same thing, but I felt like an idiot. I was like, why did I do that? It was a machine it was a different machine at a different gym. And I could have done so many things different, but that's how life is, man. Everything could have been different, but it isn't. It's how it is. And so you're fine. You're going to be good. You just have to free yourself of the shame. State this, because you're nervous to say this because you think it's a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's just a piece of information about you. Everybody has things that are pros and cons, and not even just things we have to deal with, right? And the people that you want to accept this are the people that you want to be in a relationship. They're people you want to have sex with and sleep in the same bed as. That's people that should know you and free the real you, all right? So you just have to get over this, and the quicker you put it out there as a not big deal, just a piece of information,
right,
the easier it'll be. But good luck, man. We're rooting for you. That's tough. That is tough. I mean, I do, like, the point I wanted to finish the call, but like, yeah, if this happened to me, I would not have PT. I would like be
Be like, whoa, what the fuck?
I'd be like, that was fucking wild.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
literally, yeah.
And I know that's why I will not have a dog. Like I know I don't respect dogs. I don't respect animals. I really don't give a fuck about animals.
Yeah.
Like I don't want I don't want them to be hurt, and I wouldn't hurt them. But like, I'm the guy. Like when I hear somebody takes their dog to chemo, I'm like, okay,
what
the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
the fucking dog gets chemo.
I've
shoot the dog and buy another dog. That's what I would do for real. I wouldn't shoot it, but I would just let it die, and I would give it edibles.
You're like in Paxos, just like
yeah. I would. No, don't shoot it. Whatever. That's not what I would do. I'm not that much of a villager. I would just let it die, and I give it the nicest life on the way out.
Yeah.
My mom was so funny because they had a dog and they found out it had a heart problem, and it was like when the doctor told her the surgery cost $2,000.
Oh yeah, it's like
she was like, what?
Yeah.
She's like, no, we're good.
Yeah,
and then,
we don't have a dog.
And then R.I.P. Boo Boo.
Yeah, we don't have
they
a
found
dog
her.
anymore.
R.I.P. Boo Boo. She had she just one day she was the cutest little fucking dog, and literally a little street rat dog that they just found on the street, and they gave her a nice last few years of her life, but. Anyway, I really, maybe one day I'll have a dog and I'll change my tune, but that is tough, man. That's
rough.
Crazy. Give us something else, Elders. Come on, put another fucking taste in our mouths.